Good evening, everybody. Welcome again to the Fortune Eagles Screen Share webinar. My name is Greg Phillips. I'll be your host. The Fortune Eagles family hopes everybody had a really great Thanksgiving, because we do have a lot to be thankful for. This platform is probably the most powerful platform you're going to see when it comes to gifting. So, yeah, we do have a lot to be thankful for. And the platform is moving along very good. People are coming in, they're doing what they need to do. All we need you guys to do, though, is invite your friends and family, let them see it for themselves, let them decide if they want to join this beautiful movement that we have here, because like I said, we have so much to be thankful for because of this platform. That being said, Brian, to you.
All right, thanks, Greg, and welcome everyone that's able to make it to the 14 Eagles Thursday night webinar. You could be anywhere else, and you chose to be here, and we really appreciate that. We're going to try to keep this call short. We hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving and getting ready for the Christmas holidays and New Year's and all of that. And so we just want to make sure that you, have an opportunity to see what 14 Eagles is all about and give you a snapshot of that and just give you the kind of the tenor and the concept of it all. Gifting has been around for a long time, and a lot of people, have their own preconceived notions about what gifting really is, and we understand that. But here at 14 Eagles, things are a little different, and we choose to be different. And so, one of the things that we really pride ourselves on here at 14 Eagles is being a community, a grassroots community. A community where we can come together to work with one another to help each other financially, spiritually, and educational-wise. And so one of the first steps in doing that is dealing with the 14 Eagles website. If you go to our 14 Eagles website, which is located at, and I'm going to bring it up here. I should have already had it up. Russian. Okay, 14 Eagles. At 14eaglesden.com. Here we go. And we encourage you to come to our 14eaglesden.com website, our community website, and just peruse the website. The website has a lot of information on here. Everything that you need to know about the 14 Eagles community is on this site. Okay. One of the things that I'm really proud of is we have other organizations that we have partnered with that have the same philosophy as 14 Eagles. And we encourage you to take a look at those other platforms as well. Dealing with Dynamic Trio that deals with Fund Me 24/7 and Feed Me 24/7. We really encourage you to take a look at those two platforms. They actually have 3 platforms in one organization, and they're very powerful. And they're right in the same lines of what 14 Eagles is all about. And then we encourage you to take a look at Cutting Edge Techno Solutions, CETS for short. And and they are actually building communities from the ground up. All right, so take a look at that information and go to their website as well. Also, we have what is called Hyper Community, which is dealing with Hyper Fun, which has just recently changed to Hyperverse. Okay, a whole new universe. All right, and so we want you to take a look at that platform as well, because it's another way for people to become financially free in this troubling economic times that we're going through right now. And so we want you to take a look at everything on this site, because it's really going to give you the perspective that you need to see what 14 Eagles is all about. And so in doing that, on the home page, we have what is called the welcome. And on our welcome, we'll really put it in perspective for you. But, before I get into that, community is the key of what we always talk about here at 14 Eagles. Because really, you can't do anything without working with one another. There's no need of doing things by yourself. All right. So working together is what makes us really powerful as a community. And so one of the things I really want to show you is an opportunity to where we can be connectors in doing this, going out and connecting with others. So take a look at this video for one moment.
Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? Let me tell you a quick little story that has nothing and everything to do with the future of our world and how you fit into it. In 1917, the United States faced a huge problem. They were working hard to compete in the industrialized economy, and there was a shortage. Not a shortage of oil or coal or other natural resources, a shortage of people, specifically obedient factory workers. The solution to this economic dilemma? It was an experiment of sorts. It hadn't been done before, until someone thought of it. Mandatory public school. Unfortunately, the initial purpose of the United States public school system was not to inspire children or generate scholars. And it wasn't created for dreamers, people who color outside the lines, break the rules, and challenge the status quo. The public school system of the early 1900s was invented to create a nation full of adults who would obediently do their jobs in the factory assembly lines. Teaching kids to sit in straight rows and scheduling the entire day with the ringing of bells wasn't by chance. Punishing those who didn't conform was purposeful. These were the skills they would need to join the labor force. Intentional or not, this early method of turning dreamers into workers was an investment in the nation's economic future. And it worked. This then led to several generations of productive, fully employed workers. But it isn't working anymore. Why? Our economy has changed. We don't live in an industrialized economy anymore. We live in a connected economy. Right now, there are more users on Facebook than there were people on the planet 200 years ago. Technology has made it possible for us to connect with people, ideas, and information from anywhere in the world instantaneously. And as a result, our economies have expanded from localized towns and communities to the entire world. We have globalized trade in nearly every way. In the past, the obedient, do-what-you're-told without question people were rewarded for working hard and putting their dreams aside in order to toe the line. They were given well-paying jobs that led to long-term careers. They were guaranteed pensions, benefits, and the promise that they would always be taken care of. And they were. But that promise is gone for most of us today. Even if you have a white-collar job, the majority of white-collar workers are still working in a factory. Instead of operating a sewing machine or welding a widget, they now push pencils, type on keyboards, or process paperwork. It's still factory work because the entire focus of the day is spent on increasing productivity, which leaves little room for creativity, spontaneity, or individuality. The educated, hard-working masses are still doing what they're told, but they're no longer getting what they deserve. Even if you do everything you are told to do today, graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, work hard in whatever job you can find, if you're lucky enough to find one, you're not guaranteed anything. Companies are being forced to change or die right now. Layoffs happen much more often than job openings appear, and the highest paying jobs are disappearing or heading overseas at an alarming rate. If you have a job where your boss tells you exactly what to do, he or she will always find someone cheaper than you to do it. Did you know that the average length of a job today is about 4.5 years? Contrast that to the 1960s when it was 40 years. The connected economy rewards a different group of people. It rewards the people who see things differently, who don't conform, people who have ideas that no one else has, people who are willing to work hard but know that the old way of doing things is broken. The connected economy rewards you not for being a cog in the wheel of life, but for standing up and reaching out. The connected economy rewards the connectors. Whether it's connecting a person to a person, a business to a business to a product, or a product to a person, those who learn how to connect are the ones who will survive and excel in the connected economy. That is how the world has changed. It's not about to change. It already has. Things are different now, and they're not going back to the way they used to be. Look at Facebook. What's their product? It's you. Your network, your information, your ideas, they all have value. Does Facebook pay you for the money they make selling your information to advertisers? No. But we still use it because we have an innate desire to connect with people. In fact, neuroscientists have found that we are actually hardwired to connect with each other. Some people know how to leverage this innate ability in today's economy, but most don't. And because they don't know how to do it, most of them are paralyzed with fear, resisting the shift, despite clear indications telling them it's time to change. In 1917, a group of people performed an experiment that forever changed the way that we earned a living. The world today is facing another huge problem. We're facing a shortage of our own. Not a shortage of factory workers or consumers. The world has enough of those. We have a shortage today of dreamers and connectors. And so, we're holding our own little experiment. And you happen to be the subject of it. This 8-minute presentation was specifically designed to seek out and find the connectors around us. Those who recognize that we are on the brink of the next economic revolution, who are ready to thrive in the connected economy, and who are searching for the best way to do it. The internet and technology are rapidly changing the way that we do everything today, including how we make a living. It's not too late to embrace the change and find a way to make yourself relevant and profitable in our brave new world. And that's why we've invited you here today. We've created something that rewards you for connecting. It pays you for bringing people together behind a cause, product, or idea. And we have systematized it and made it so that you can do it from anywhere with anyone at any time. If you are passionate about helping people, if you are passionate about changing lives, if you want to position yourself to be a capitalizing force within the connected revolution instead of just a bystander, let's start now. Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? How about the moment you realized you could change with it? Are you ready for the details?
All right. So, are you ready for the details? Are you ready to be a connector? This is the key. See, 14 Eagles is all about being a community. And there's nothing that could say it more better than that presentation that you just saw. Does it really resonate with you? Does it make sense to you? Because if it does, then the 14 Eagles community is for you. All right. And so here on our community website, on our home page, we have a welcome. And if you read this welcome, it will give you the perspective and the concept of what 14 Eagles is really all about. And really, it resonates right along with the video presentation that you just saw. You know, being connectors, connecting with one another, working with one another. Okay, there's no need for us to compete with one another any longer. Okay, it's time for us to come together and work together. We have enough that to have to deal and battle with our governments and corporations that are out here trying to take our wealth, our money, you know, and our health from us. So now it's time for us to stand up for ourselves and for our communities. And so that's what 14 Eagles is all about. And that's what we're striving to do here with this platform. So with that being said, with our gifting platform and the concept that we have, we really hope that we can get across to you the real value of coming together and working together. So here, I want to show you the 14 Eagles video presentation. Welcome to 14 Eagles. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to describe a program that provides like-minded people from all walks of life the opportunity to help one another. 14 Eagles is not a business. It's not a corporation. It's not a network marketing organization. Rather, it's a private, invitation-only, global community of people who believe in the principle that by helping others, in that process, we help ourselves. That's the premise of 14 Eagles. As we give, so shall we receive. 14 Eagles commonly uses a unique online gifting platform that allows members to come together for mutual interest, commitment, and prosperity. When we join 14 Eagles, we enter into the first step of that process. We're invited to freely send a $2 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $6. We now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $2, totaling $28. Of that $28, we keep $7 as our harvest and hold on to $21 for step 2. In step 2, you're invited to freely send a $7 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $21. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $7 totaling $98. You keep $8 as your harvest and add that to your previous harvest of $7 and hold on to $90 for step 3. Step 3, you're invited to send a $30 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $90. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $30 totaling $420. You keep $120 as your harvest and add that to your previous harvest total and hold on to $300 for step 4. Now for step 4, you're invited to freely send a $100 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $300. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $100 totaling $1,400, of which you keep $800 as your harvest. You can see how your harvest is growing. You hold on to $600 for step 5, where you're invited again to freely send a $200 gift to each of 3 people whose names presented to you for a total of $600. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $200 totaling $2,800, of which you keep $2,050 as your harvest and hold on to $750 for step 6. Step 6, the final step, you're invited to freely send a $250 gift to each of the 3 people whose names that are presented to you for a total of $750. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $250 totaling $3,500. You hold $750 for repeating step 6 and keep $2,750 as your harvest for a total harvest of $5,735 from a one-time initial gift of just $6. You can also send and receive additional gifts by re-entering and cycling through each step. For example, by re-entering step 1, where you send a $2 gift to 3 people, by cycling through that step, you have the potential to receive $22 in gifts over and over. Likewise, by recycling step 2, you have the potential to receive $77 in gifts over and over again. That principle applies to each step. By cycling through each step, you can receive $6,380 in gifts over and over. In addition to the $5,735 in gifts you received through your initial progression through your 6 steps. One of the first questions we receive is, how do I position myself to send and receive these gifts? Well, I encourage you to contact the person who introduced you to 14 Eagles, and he or she, if they haven't already, will provide you with their website address, 14eagles.com/ and their username. In it, you will find an outline that will walk you through the process to becoming a 14 Eagles member. It's a very simple process that begins with registering for a Cash App account. Cash App is our payment processor, which allows us to seamlessly and in real time send and receive gifts. Once you have established and funded your Cash App account, you can join 14 Eagles by completing a very short template. Then send your gift to 3 people whose names are presented to you in your website, and introduce 14 Eagles to 2 people who do exactly what you just did. Register for a Cash App account, join 14 Eagles, give 3 people $2 each, and introduce the program to 2 like-minded people who do the same thing you just did. That's how you build your 14 Eagles nest. These are the people who follow you from step 1 through step 6. It all began with a very simple 4-step process. As I mentioned earlier, 14 Eagles is not a business. We're not selling anything. We're not asking anybody to change their behavior. We are merely presenting a program to our friends and family members that allows us to freely send a $2 gift to 3 people with the potential to be blessed to the tune of thousands of dollars each month. Thank you for your time, and again, I urge you to contact the person who introduced you to 14 Eagles. God bless.
All right, so there you have it. That's the 14 Eagles platform in a nutshell. To get more familiar with that, you can come to our 14 Eagles community website located at www.14eaglesden.com. And in the menu section, you can go to the 14 Eagles video. And there you will see the video that we just showed, giving you all the instructions on how the platform works. And right below the presentation, it gives you everything that you need, step-by-step instructions on how to sign up and start the gifting process. Everything is right here. Get with the person that invited you, and they can help walk you through this process and get you started on your way. You know, one of the things that most people say about the gifting platform is that, well, you know, it's only $2 to 3 people. You're talking about $6 one time out of pocket. And so, you know, we really think that that should be really motivating to people, seeing that you don't have to really come out of your pocket with a lot of money and to try to help others. Because, you know, there's other gifting platforms out there where you're going to, you know, put up, you know, 25, 50, 100, 200, 500, 1,000. I've seen in gifting platforms where people wanted $5,000. Okay. And so, and a lot of those people that put up those types of monies, they end up getting hurt financially in trying to do that. Well, 14 Eagles, we pride ourselves in not giving up a whole lot of money, you know, using the smaller amounts, because it's not about the money. It's more about the community itself. And so as long as we can grow the community, then the money will take care of itself. That's one of our main philosophies here. Community is the key, right? But a lot of people come with the mentality that, you know, I can't make any money with just $2 with a $2 gift. Well, see, that's the first thing, trying to change people's mentality, because see, it's not about the money. Okay, it's not about the money. We focus on the money too much sometimes, and so
thinking that a $2 can't get you anywhere. First thing is, we don't make money here at 14 Eagles. This is all gifts. And if you give the money away, just like in our welcome, it'll tell you, the more you give away, you'll get back more tenfold, okay? That's just a universal principle. So if we don't focus on the money and just give this money away to others to help others, then guess what? You're automatically going to be helped. That's the key. But we focus on the money so much, we look at $2 as just a small amount of money. Well, I'm here to tell you, small amounts of money can turn into big things. And so I want to show you this video real quick, just to give you a perspective of what small amounts of money can do.
Reach their fortunes. In order to do this, I want you to pretend that I can grant you one wish from two choices. Choice one is this: I will give you $1 million. Or choice two is that you get 1 cent that doubles every day for 31 days. On top of that, you have to drive 1 hour north to meet a friend of mine named Vendela. She will double your cent and give you 2 cents, and then you have to drive all the way back home. Then on day 2, you take your 2 cents back to Vendela, and she doubles your 2 cents and gives you 4 cents, and then you drive back. Well, you do this every day for 31 days. Which would you choose? $1 million or 1 cent doubled every day? Well, as a factory worker, it wasn't even a contest. $1 million for me, please. Who wants to run around for pennies? Here is where we find out that ignorance is not bliss. If you have a calculator, you can follow along and check it out for yourself. In day 1, you have 1 cent. Day 2, you double it and you have 2 cents. Day 3, you double it, you get 4 cents. That doubles and becomes 8 cents, and by the 10th day, you'll have $5.12. How embarrassing if you took the penny a day. Let's look at the 11th day. $5.12 doubles and becomes $10.24, then it doubles and becomes $20.48, and then it doubles and becomes $40, and in the 20th day, that doubles and becomes $5,242.88. Well, it's still not looking too good if you chose the penny. But what happens in the 21st day? 5,000 doubles and becomes 10,000, 10 doubles and becomes 20, and on the 28th day, $671,000 doubles and becomes $1.3 million. But wait a minute, we didn't agree to 28 days. We agreed to 31 days. And so on the 29th day, 1.3 doubles becomes 2.6 million. And 30th day, 2.6 million becomes 5.3 million. And in the final day of our agreement, day 31, $5,368,709.12 doubles, which is $10,737,418.20. Now who's laughing all the way to the bank? This is what the smartest man in the world, Albert Einstein, said when he was asked what he thought was one of the most powerful things on earth. He said that the 8th wonder of the world was compound interest. And so here's how we can make compound interest work for you.
All right, so the magic of small numbers, just think what a penny can do if it doubled every day. All right, as you can see, most people look at a penny doubling every day, would never imagine in 30 days of just doubling a penny every day that it would reach over $10 million. That's almost unfathomable, right? People would never even think that way. Well, see, that's what we're trying to do here at 14 Eagles. Change the way that we think, switch our thinking and, and advance and enhance our consciousness, our conscious awareness about what's going on in the world. And so, and in order to do that, we have to get the proper information. And so, money is there for us. All we have to do is allow it to come to us. So we say, instead of you chasing the money, put yourself in a position where the money is chasing you. Does that make sense? So, we really say, join us, come with us. See what we're doing here at 14 Eagles. We're not here to talk you into it. We want you to do this because this is what you want to do. You want to be a part of something that's really working, that's growing, and including everybody. No more competition. We have partners that we're bringing on all the time, so we can work together. And as long as we're all working together, the money will automatically circulate through each other. And the more the money circulates within the community, the more everyone becomes inherently wealthy. That's what it's all about. So to close out the call real quick, just to put it on a lighter note, we feel like money is going to come to us no matter what. You know, as long as we stick together, we move in the same direction, and we educate each other, then money is automatically going to come to us. So check this out.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe money keeps coming to me. It's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me, and working. I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. More than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. Feel like it's already here. More than enough to shout, more than enough to drop, more than enough to save. There's plenty left over to give away. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me, and working. I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Well, more than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. I feel like it's already here. More than enough to shout, more than enough to drop, more than enough to take, with plenty left over to give away. One day it's coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, and I receive it. Come on, come on, come on. Feel like it's already here. Come on, come on, come on.
All right. So is money coming to you? Because if you get connected with this community and we work together, it's going to automatically come. Okay? So I hope that you can see what 14 Eagles is all about, and how we're coming together. You know, I hope that you get the concept of it all, and that we're more about community than we are about finances. Okay? Community is the key, because as long as we have the community, the finances will come, the money will come, the knowledge will come, because we're all here working with one another. So I hope that you like it. We're here every Thursday. We really, really appreciate you guys coming. You know, come to our 14 Eagles community website. If you click on the Contact Us tab on the site, you'll get all the information on how to get to the 14 Eagles Thursday night webinar calls that we have every Thursday night. And also, our email address is here, controltower@14eaglesden.com. And then also we have a service member number, 301-684-1216. You know, hit us up. Give us a call. If you don't understand something, if you want to know more about what we do, If you have a question about anything, give us a call, send us an email. We'll be glad to try to get you any information that you need. Get with the person that invited you. So with that being said, I want to bring up our fearless leader, Greg Phillips. Without Greg, 14 Eagles wouldn't even be here today. So I really appreciate him. Greg, come on up and want to close us out, brother?
Yes, I will. Brian, again, very, very excellent call. Like I said, family, what we want you guys to do is bring your friends and family. Let them see it for themselves. It's so much information. You'll drive yourself crazy trying to explain it. Let them come here, get their questions answered. We're here, like Brian said, every Thursday night. We're moving into a new year. There's going to be some very beautiful, powerful things coming down the road. We just want as many people to put themselves in position to be financially safe and secure than anywhere else in the world. So that's what we're trying to do, and we need your help to do it just by bringing your friends and family. This is a powerful, powerful situation here, and if you don't bring it to your friends and family, how are they going to know about it? How are they going to know if you don't tell them? So let them come, let them see for themselves, let them make their own decision. Brian, back to you.
Fantastic, fantastic. So again, I really appreciate you guys that came. As Greg usually says, we leave no stone unturned. Even if you had somebody that was supposed to come tonight to check us out and they weren't able to make it, no problems. This call has been recorded. We're going to send this call out. Make sure that you are on our email list by going onto the community website, and on the home page, just scroll down and sign up for our newsletter. If you sign up for the newsletter, you'll automatically be put into our email updates, and that way you'll get all of our emails that we send out, and you'll get the recording of this call. Send it out to the people that couldn't make it, and make sure that they see what we're doing here at 14 Eagles. All right? And so with that being said, thank you all for coming. Like I said, you could be anywhere, but you chose to be here, and we really, really appreciate that.